There are so many time management systems, many of them good ones, but this podcast is not going to be one of those. This is going to be more like motivation management. If you've been procrastinating on an idea for so long, you just don't know how to get started or start it again, this is for you.
This is the Creative Coach Cast with Paul Goldsmith.
If you're feeling stuck or you've got lots of ideas and don't know where to start, here's what we're going to do. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to share with you an idea that just may lead to a breakthrough, and it's not going to take a lot of work. And it starts with being thankful for the gift of procrastination. That's right. Procrastination gets a bad rap, but it's actually a gift. Think about it. It prevents us from getting entangled in all matters of things we ought not be in. And it also keeps us from doing the right thing, but at the wrong time. So if you're harboring any guilt about procrastination, of not working on something or making any progress on your creative dreams, let's just let it go right now. It wasn't the right time. Time and place are everything. You know, we've all heard the story of a child getting trapped under a car and a mother snapping into action with superhuman strength and lifting the car off the child. It's true. You can see those stories are real because the fact is most people can lift 6 or 7 times their body weight in the right circumstances. But of course, we don't push ourselves so hard without the adrenaline pumping and a life and death emergency. As a rule, we all generally seek pleasure and avoid pain or discomfort. But if we can commit to a little discomfort now, we'll have a lot more pleasure later when we're accomplishing our creativity. What if we didn't have to exhibit superhuman strength to do something creatively new or better? What if, with new information, maybe a new practice, we could make more deliberate choices and get even more creative for such a time as this? Remember back in high school how you felt cramming for a test the night before? Probably not great, and that's for good reason. It turns out the worst way to learn anything and retain it is to cram all at once. According to the research, distributive practice, which is deliberate practice in small amounts over time, has far greater impact on students learning and retaining information than does massed practice or cramming the night before. The same is true when learning a musical instrument or a new sport or athleticism. I learned this the hard way when I ran a marathon one year and I trained extensively for it. And so then the next year, I got out of shape over the course of the year, as one does. The next year, I decided to sign up for a half marathon. I thought, no biggie. A year ago, I did a full marathon. What's a half? And so I cut my training period in half and trained far less. And it was far more brutal than the full marathon that I ran the year before because I condensed my training window. Training or practicing something in small doses over a long period of time is always better than trying to do it all at once. So what if you could take your creativity to the next level, to do the thing, to realize the dream a little over time? Congratulations. Your procrastination has served you well, not getting involved in any matter of things. Now, if you would just give yourself permission to take one idea where you'd like to grow, just one, and apply deliberate practice over time. We're talking 7 minutes a day. And all you have to do is pre-commit each week to what you want to accomplish. I'm not a juggler, but I'm told to learn to juggle 3 balls, you don't start with 3 or even 2. You start with 1 to just get the feel of juggling 1 ball, get the rhythm of it. To stretch the analogy just a bit further, what is the 1 ball you would like to juggle for 7 minutes a day? The goal is deliberate practice, or we'll even call it play, not mastery. Each week, just schedule those 7 minutes in the day. It might be first thing in the morning. It might be on your lunch break. It might be right before bed. Whenever it is you feel most creative or inspired to move the ball forward, you get bonus points for stacking this 7 minutes of play to a habit that you already have of maybe watching a show or checking out YouTube or your Instagram. Just 7 minutes and tether it to something that you already do. This is obviously a proven practice that's been studied and written about extensively. Once you've mastered this, you can obviously do more than 7 minutes, but 7 minutes is a starting point just to get going. Whatever it is you want to learn more about, the key is curiosity. If you want to start a business, find 7 minutes in each day and call someone who has started something similar and ask them how they did it. Most people love to talk about their accomplishments, so spending 7 minutes on the phone asking them how they did it and what they would do if they were you, that's easy. The hardest part will be committing to doing it. You see, procrastination is our friend. It won't let us get very far without clarity about each and every next step. So each week, if you just pre-commit to what your 7 minutes a day will look like, and each week it's got to be different, a different breakthrough each week, because the brain craves novelty. So week 1 might be calling around, asking questions about how other business owners started their business. Week 2, maybe calling around to find an accountant that works with small businesses or contacting a lawyer about how to set up a small business. You see, each week, a new adventure, a new discovery, 7 minutes at a time. If you miss a day, don't worry about it. You've got tomorrow. Skipping one day, not a problem. Giving up after missing one day, well, then we're back to square one. You're likely one conversation away from extreme clarity about your next step. You don't have to have the whole plan figured out. One step at a time is all it takes. If I can be a sounding board and you'd like to spend 7 minutes on the phone, give me a call. The Creative Coach Hotline, you can call or text anytime. The number's 559-574-3210. Thank you for listening to the Creative Coach Cast. I hope this has been beneficial, and if you like it, please review it and rate it. That way others can find it, and we'll talk to you next time.